Welcome back. We got week 11 Monday night action for you coming underway. The 6 and 4 Detroit Power host the 3 and 7 Cincinnati Hounds. Here we got a good game here tonight. A North matchup. North is already claimed by Detroit. Cincinnati fighting for relocation status, so big game for them here. Offense. Detroit is ranked number 2 in the league, and the Hounds 4, so two high-powered offenses. Defensively, the Hounds are ranked number 10 and the Power are ranked number 5. So the Power outrank them in both categories for offense and defense. Injury report, Winford Peters back next week. Hugo Bell back in the championship week for Detroit and Cincinnati. Arian Piper out for the season. Frank Jog suspended for the season. Carlton Soto out for the season. Sammy Winter out for the season. And Lawrence Bush returns this week. So good return there for the offensive line as Sammy Winter went down. So trading people per se. But I would usually commentate this, but I've been having sickness. So I will let the commentators take this Monday night matchup away. And I will be back for week 12. But we will get you to the game.
Is the kickoff unit as they run and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
This could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What did the columnist write? Possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have the first.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for them on the outside as well.
That's where either big tight end is so good, that middle third, the C-routes, the in-routes. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be second down. And you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll run it now, out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's got to be stopped in his tracks down the line of scrimmage. And up there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Now the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Here's a play fake. It's a setup to throw. He may try and run for this. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for it. But if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
How about that one? The so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Couple gets him only one, and then 3rd down. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Cowboys under head coach Jason Garrett as they get set for their first opportunity. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it is permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's insane.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And this whole line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Big stuff, King. Big stuff. Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 8. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. Brings up 3rd down. This defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They're good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
I've done a pretty good combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And this winds up a gain of 4 to 41.
I call that play a success. Nice inside run. Sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big. To throw.
He may try and run for this. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defense in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And New York set to take the field. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And here to his running back. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Handling in route, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets had the first.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. He has to be careful not to wait too long as receiver wander into some tough territory. He gets receiver hit.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him tread my defense.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. Looking to throw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there to Jet 1st down.
Obviously, red man covers their part here, and he got downfield and broke down the defender. Made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then curls back inside for the completion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
That call defense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a full game.
Here we go. He is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive. And normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, it looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Play action fake. He'll look to throw. Out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down. So on fourth down, the Jets turn to kicker Sam Ficken. We're scoreless after one. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. Ficken's kick is good. It's 3-0. Got a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. It could cost you a game or win you one.
Following the field goal on his Locke Edwards to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Dallas gets set to take the field. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. Moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Freak on the give here as they try to run pass option. And they'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Run it now, out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
He hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. So a change of possession here on the punt. The Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking. And I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3.
Not one that I've ever met.
Start out here with a jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. The defenders stayed home, and they'll step in behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Yeah, I did. It mix it up from time to time because those faces can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From here, that's complete. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile. Stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. They've had it twice. They punted twice at the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up the 1st down and change our momentum?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
Big pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because the running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And again this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? Because they're bringing your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
2nd and 11. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
They had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. They'll look to throw. They'll buy some time running. He may try and run for this. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
That's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on 3rd down, doesn't find anyone open, tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the first down, not by a little, but by plenty.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Play action. They'll throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And 4 downs will get this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And so we field it at the 8. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
If you're into the points per drive ratio, the answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
In my observation, there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit. But over the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver. Whooping against the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half. One that's featured no touchdowns.
So his job's a little bit easier this halftime.
Let me give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch. You and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They get 5 out of the screen. 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. Field strike from complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 28. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. He's going to have to eat this when he's down and goes. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into it. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. At the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. Zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Back to throw. He's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a loss of 3 on what should be the final play of the first half. So we reach halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Not too much to show you scoring-wise in that first half. Just a couple of field goals make up all the scoring. But the teams are ready to go at half number 2. So to bring it your way, let's get right back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, a combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. This will be taken in at the roll. Across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They'll start the 3rd quarter on the ground. It's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. This is the 3rd quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. This one just shy of the 40. They'll mark it down at the 39. 14 yards. Good for a Cowboy first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Another flashy there, the slant to the slot.
On the frustration for the defensive guys, because this is a quick play. A bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact to complete it.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. Ended up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
How about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Here, that's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the launch yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. They'll look to throw here. Down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line.
Any offense versus his own defense, put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They give this time to the tailback. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe they'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now they try the right side here, and not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Tough first half for him, being able to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. And he can't find anywhere to go. And he goes down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And that hits the right and cams away. It's no good. Remain tied here in this third quarter. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave three out on the field.
In a game like this, when you know points are hard to come by, that was one of their best opportunities so far. And they come away with nothing.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Defense did its job, yielded no points, and it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. The football, it's loose. He tried to buy some time to the right, so the guy gets out of the pocket. What's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defense is kind of converged in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. You have nowhere to go with it. It ends up getting the ball stripped.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of the team because as they drove downfield, you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. And they come back now, start over again, and grind it out. Partner for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people were worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
That's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to keep it here. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. First down, a 16-yard gain.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this.
And so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think it's something about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case. That play got bottled up.
Second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring it up fourth down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Forbath will put this one through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
Credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes on to the 25-yard line. The Dallas defense, here they come now onto the field. Coming off a fumble recovery there on the last time they were out on the field, so we'll see what they do here.
Once that happens, everybody wants to get involved. All right? Whoever created the last one, they're going to get the praise in the film session. You want that praise yourself, so you know everyone's going to be attacking the football.
We'll see if they can attack it, get hungry, and get another turnover. They'll run it down out of the gun. And behind the line, and his rush continues. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge differences we know between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Come up now, 2nd and 4 from the 31. Left side, a completion is tight end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
After that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. Tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
This quarterback now, 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. And out of Cowboys.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Come out throwing here. Start the drive. And he slings one that's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you, with your IQ, you can pull that up. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as he'll look to throw. He can run for it, and he will. Taken down. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down in a 21 game. To throw down. It's a short one to the tight end. And gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there. Down.
It's okay that they didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, now you can spot pretty easily, put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now they'll run on the draw. Cowboy first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Right now, that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. You have to use timeouts. What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Back to him on first down. Good game there on first down. That keeps him in a running situation, probably.
Everything right on that play. They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here. He's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now what a first down pickup of 8. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves over this game.
Before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
It's so close. He gets into the run. Bounds right there. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
They'll try and run for 1st and goal. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Run this one in. He will find his way into the end zone Touchdown. From a yard out. The Cowboys, they push on in front further.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. They had two previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, may be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Kai Forbath on for the extra point. And it's up and good to make the score 13-3. 10-play drive that time. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. He'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now out come the Jets. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
He's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's a play fake as they set up the play. Stepping up, he'll try and run. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback. All day long, they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
2nd and 6. Field screen.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He may try and run for this. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough.
Good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off 2 feet to try to get it down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
And this won't get there. Won't be on the line. No good. To the right. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one an absolute backbreaker. Chance to get back within a score. Couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one went begging, as they say, right? There's the opportunity, and it was missed. But all is not lost just yet. But, boy, getting back within one score would have been a powerful motivator for their defense to take the field away.
Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. Keep up with your theme there, playing keep away. First downs, they can't touch the ball.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. He'll look to throw. They'll run out right. They'll try and run it. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
I'm a defender. Can't express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Drop to throw. Steps away. He's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Normally we're talking about quarterback duel, matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork for both of these guys running the ball well?
Yeah, they mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much the quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the red zone now, they look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Throw good for 4. It's second down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. I give this time to the tailback. He'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple at the 15-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Into the end zone for a touchdown. 15-yard touchdown grab. The Cowboys push out in front further. And able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Hook the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Now Thorbat for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. Take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. And they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They're going to look to throw. Complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. With 2 to go on 2nd down. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy, most likely, to bring him down. That was a nice game.
Downfield on the left side. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Looking to throw. It's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And now lead here to a 3rd down. I think it's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays. Harder to move it.
Downfield, and that will be incomplete. Scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but Very little reason to use him at this point. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. They get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. This defense, they have a number here.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They just go up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 15 there. The Cowboys have a first. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. That was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaughan. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cowboys.